Hey guys, I want to do this video because some students are having problems finding answers in the code book. So the first thing I want to tell you is not to get intimidated. Um, the code book is pretty technical, but if you just do the things that I tell you, you'll find it much easier to find the answers in the worksheets. So what you'll want to do is get really familiar with the table of contents and the index, because that's where you're going to start. So when you get to a question like this one, this is in the NFPA 1 worksheet. You're going to read the question and then figure out what it's asking and pick out some keywords. So for example, it's asking how to install fire extinguishers. So just looking at that, we go to the online version of the code book. Now, this is a free version. I do suggest that you purchase a physical copy of the code book, because you can take that code book in with you for the state exam. When I took the state exam, there were quite a few questions directly from the code book. And if you can borrow the code book, that's even better. But if you are going to use a free version, it's a little tougher to find the answers. At least that's been my experience. And as you can see, we're using the 6th edition here, and I'm going to post this video in the other course that uses the 5th edition, so don't panic. Everything that I say does apply to every edition. Okay, so starting with NFPA 1, we're going to kind of look through this table of contents to figure out where they're talking about fire extinguishers. So if you cruise all the way down, and just keep in mind that when you do become familiar with the table of contents, everything is every chapter is pretty much formatted the same way. And you'll just notice that. And that's just a matter of becoming familiar with the table of contents. And the more you navigate through this, you'll understand that. So chapter 6 is classification of occupancy, which it's not going to be found in there. So I'm still looking for fire extinguishers, not seeing it until there's building services. Features of fire protection, we're getting warmer. Fire doors, nope. Interior finish, nope. So we're looking. Fire protection, okay. Fire protection system, they're getting a little warmer. Standpipes, automatic sprinklers, fire pumps, water supply. Oh, there's portable fire extinguishers. Okay, so we know we're getting warmer. And I'm just looking at my notes. Okay, so, oh, there I see it. Installation of portable fire extinguishers. I'm going to click that and see what we can find here. So, no, okay. So I'm seeing installation height. Okay, let me go back to my question. Oops. Fire extinguishers having a gross weight not exceeding, well, that looks a lot like what I just was reading right here. Fire extinguishers having a gross weight not exceeding 40 pounds shall be installed so that the top of the fire extinguisher is not more than 5 feet above the floor. That looks like that'll work here. So it'd be 40 pounds, 5 feet. Okay. Fire extinguishers having a gross weight greater than, I'm sure that's going to be 40 pounds. Let's read on. Okay, yep, 40 pounds shall be installed so that the top of the fire extinguisher is not more than 3.5 feet above the floor. Okay, 40 pounds. So 3.5. The last part of this question is, in no case shall the clearance between the bottom of the fire extinguisher and the floor be less than right here. In no case shall the bottom of the fire extinguisher and the floor be less than 4 inches. Okay. That answers that question. So you might be asking what the difference is between NFPA 1 and NFPA 101. Well, in NFPA 1, it tells you how you're going to install the fire extinguishers. And in NFPA 101, it tells you what. So based on the building occupancy, so for instance, if we go to the index of 101, oh, there we go. And let's just look up extinguishers. And it's not going to be under fire extinguishers or portable fire extinguishers. I just looked it up and it's extinguishers. So existing. Okay, here we go. So let's just take apartment buildings, for instance. 30.3.5. So go back up here. This is 101 again. Oh, 30. So look at new apartment buildings. It's chapter 30. And if we go 33.5, right there. And if we go down to right here, okay. Portable fire extinguishers in accordance with section 9.9 shall be provided in hazardous areas addressed by Chapter 30.3.2.1 unless the building is protected throughout with an approved supervised automatic sprinkler system. So if you have a sprinkler system in a new apartment building, you don't need these according to those. Let's see what it says for existing apartment buildings. I just looked that up. Okay, so in existing apartment buildings, under the high-rise building sprinklers, if you go down to here, again, it's the same thing. portable fire extinguishers in accordance with section 9.9 shall be provided in hazardous areas addressed by 31.3.2.1 unless the building is protected throughout with an approved supervised automatic sprinkler system in accordance with 31.3.5.2. So if it has a sprinkler system, you don't need portable fire extinguishers, but it's important to still look up these sections and see what they say. So that's basically how NFPA 1 and NFPA 101 are related. So NFPA 101 tells you what you need to do according to the occupancy, and NFPA 1 will tell you how you need to do it. In general, there are some how to do stuff here in NFPA 101 also, but it kind of helps you understand the difference between the two and how they're kind of related. So yeah, okay, let's do one more. Number 8, where enclosures are not required, hoods, grease removal devices, exhaust fans, and ducts shall have a clearance of at least blank inches to combustible material, blank inches to limited combustible material, and blank inches to non-combustible material. So if we go to the code book, all the way back up to NFPA 1, let's look through here and see if we can find what we're looking for. Marinas, nope. So let's go back. We're talking about hoods, grease removal devices, exhaust fans, ducts shall have, okay, sounds like restaurant equipment or commercial hoods, something like that. That's what we're looking for. Again, we're just getting familiar with the table of contents, and really that's all it's about. Picking a keyword and then looking it up in the table of contents. Oh, commercial cooking. Okay. That looks like what we're looking for. Let's see if we can find it. Okay. Look, I'm going to say it's under general requirements here. It is not taking me there. Let's see this. Let's get rid of that. Okay, general requirements. Oh, I see something here. Clearance. We're getting hot. Where enclosures are not required, hoods, grease removal devices, exhaust fans, and ducts shall have a clearance of at least 18 inches. Sounds like an answer. Okay, 18 inches. 18, let's read on. 18 inches to non-combustible material, 3 inches to limited combustible, and 0 inches to non-combustible. So it means it can touch the non-combustible, which makes sense. Okay, 3 and 0. Yeah, 3, boom, and boom. That one's done. Okay, so that's basically how you're going to answer the questions. And you're looking for exact wording, because I don't try to trick you or anything. My questions are the exact wording in the book, and that makes it a lot easier for you to try to find. And you just got to kind of fill in the blanks, and that's it. I hope this was helpful. Definitely, if you have any questions, you can either email me or call me. But yeah, to go over it again, get really familiar with the table of contents and the index. The index will help also. Okay. All right, so that's it. Thank you very much.